The University of California police officer John Pike, who was caught on tape pepper spraying student protesters, will be receiving $58,059 in workers' compensation for his alleged pain and suffering that he experienced after the incident. Now, but not for any guilt or shame that he felt from the actual incident. He alleged that he suffered from anxiety and depression because of the death threats and hatred he received after the incident from people who were in support of the college protesters. It's not that he felt bad or anything. It's that he felt threatened and unloved, basically.
Pro tip: death threats are never cool.
And this is the payout he got is more than any one payout made to the protesters who were actually assaulted. The most that any one protester got was $30,000. 21 protesters got $30,000 payments, and I think 12 or 15 more got about $6,000. But he got this workers' compensation reward after he was fired from the police department, and a psychiatrist concluded after only 2 talks with Pike that he suffered from, quote, a moderate disability from, quote, continuing and significant internal and external stress. But a study revealed about the incident that that the police that day didn't even need to use pepper spray. The protesters were not doing anything unlawful. They weren't getting violent. And also the pepper spray that he used wasn't yet approved for police use and was considered too powerful, and he was also using it at too close a range. So this is just another example of how police officers use deadly force or close to deadly force for completely non-lethal issues in non-violent situations, and how they get rewarded for it.
I know. I'm sorry that those memes were hilarious. I remember watching the whole thing with Officer Pike. You shouldn't be pepper spraying people from that close. That's where you went wrong. Okay, that's where you went wrong. Now, on the other hand, death threats aren't cool. Don't send them. You want to support the people. Like, I support the students. Okay, I support the students. I definitely think they should have gotten more than they got. And I definitely don't think that Pike should have gotten as much as he got. But nonetheless, you shouldn't send death threats. Support the students another way. I'm just saying.
Right. I'm not condoning death threats. I mean, that's never a good idea, and that'll get you in trouble and whatnot.
Because that actually helps Officer Pike. That actually helps him. Because then you're like, oh, well, obviously they were sending me death threats, so obviously that hurt my inner emotions. And it just made me feel so bad. Even after I, pepper sprayed a bunch of kids in the face at point blank range.
Right. But it's fair to say that it's definitely fair to say, though, that those who send the death threats do not invalidate the students or their cause, and they also don't validate, they don't validate his actions or what he did. And they weren't all death threats. Some of them were just, anti-fan letters, basically.
Right. I get hate mail all the time. That's fine. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Hate mail's fine.
Hate mail's fine. Whatever. But I'm just saying, death threats for that guy, not cool. But yeah. I want to go back to what Daniel actually had posted. I remember when this happened, like I said, and everybody was making memes about it, and it was actually quite hilarious. I mean, terrible situation, but at least you can find a little bit of humor in it. But there's nothing funny about him getting $38,000 for this. It's outrageous. The guy didn't have to go out there, and he didn't have to spray people in the face. And that's the biggest thing you can take from this, is that he put himself there. He did it. Why is he getting paid for it?
Yeah, and I watched the video, too, of him doing it. I mean, they're just kneeling there, not doing anything, not moving. And then one of the officers, I'm not sure if it was actually Pike himself or not, just picked one, seemingly at random, and just like grabbed him by the shirt or the hair or something, and like tried to lift his face up so that he could spray it in his face more. It was really disturbing.
They're students peacefully protesting. They weren't a threat to you. How much of an idiot is this guy? I mean, he's obviously one of the biggest fucking morons.
He's a sadist asshole, to be honest with you.
And he was the one caught on tape. He's the one that got the most press, but he wasn't the only one there. I watched the video, and there were at least three officers there.
Yeah, look, like I said, there's no reason that he should have actually did that.
He probably placed the order, I think. I think that's why he got the press, because he was in charge and he placed the order to go ahead and pepper spray these people. And you know, the worst part about reading the story is the article that I was reading in the comment section down below. There are actually people saying, oh, whiny little elitist college students whining about getting pepper sprayed a little bit. No big deal. They didn't deserve anything. They got what was coming to them.
Yeah, look, that kind of stuff disgusts me. You know, like it just irritates me that people can be so stupid. Like, you're gonna say that these guys were whining about getting pepper sprayed in the face. Why don't you get pepper sprayed in the face and see how much it sucks? Just for doing your constitutional right to protest.
Right.
Because
and they were saying that they don't
do anything wrong. If you can recall, they were sitting there in silent protest.
Right, but you still get these people that are like, oh, they weren't in their legal right, but the police officer was totally in his legal right. In what world? In what universe? I mean, what country are you typing this from exactly?
Let's be honest. If this were in Britain, this would end in a fist fight. Let's be honest.
A soccer match.
Yeah, but they're not going to put up with it. But yes.
Well, so why do we put up with this police brutality?
We're resilient. America's a rather strange country. I mean, you know, we grab our ankles and let big corporate America, let them have our way with us, and we just keep strolling along.
It's very worrisome that we cannot trust the people that are supposed to be our public servants. I mean, they're still called public servants, but they do not serve the public at all. It's all an illusion now. We can't trust our police officers, the people that are, driving around and walking around every day in every town, in every county in this country with guns and authority to basically do whatever they want, and we can't trust them to do the right thing. I know there are good cops still out there, but they're being incredibly overshadowed by these brutal, power-hungry bastards that just do whatever the hell they want to whoever they want for whatever reason they want.
No, I don't want to throw all police officers under the bus, obviously. Because like you said, there are good police officers out there, and there are a lot of bad ones. And you also have to look at sort of the type of people who want to become policemen. There are people that obviously want to protect and serve, right? Those are the people that you want to be police officers, that actually want to give back to the community. And then, of course, there are people who desire power. And you're going to have that in any field that you go into that has authority. I mean, you're going to see that type of person try and be a CEO of a multinational corporation because they want that power. They want that authority. They want to be lauded above others.
There should be more strict personality and mental screenings before someone is allowed to become a police officer, in my opinion. I mean, just as a little bitty kind of sort of playful example, I was talking to a friend of mine's son, and he's 7 years old, and he was saying the other day how he wants to become a police officer, and when I asked why, he said, because I get to have a gun and boss people around.
Yeah,
and it seems like
but he's 7. He is 7.
Yeah, he's 7. He's 7, but my point in saying that is I think that a lot of cops going into the field never grow out of that. There's still 7.
I'm pretty sure you're right about a certain percentage of them. You're right. I'm not going to throw them all under the bus. Like I said, I don't want to overgeneralize.
No, of course not.
I think that's a bad thing to do if you overgeneralize.
Well,
but
of course,
I do say that I
mean,
think you are right in circumstances. Yes, and I'll agree with you on most of that. Yeah.
And the thing is, of course, definitely there are good cops around, but more and more it at least feels like they're the minority, and it also is very nerve-wracking to think that, you know, every time you meet a cop or every time a cop comes up to you, it's like a lottery. It's like you don't know whether you're going to, you know, be electrocuted or whether you're actually going to get the help you need, or, you know, whether it's just going to all end peacefully, or if you're going to, you know, come face to face with one of these psychos that you've been hearing so much about on the news. It makes you not want to call the cops. It makes you not want to go to the police for help.
But no, we've had this, I mean, unfortunately, we've seen a lot lately of a lot of more instances of police brutality that have been happening all over America. I mean, you see all this stuff caught on tape and everything. And at the same time, I've also seen videos of crazy-ass people, just crazy-ass regular people. I remember seeing a video of a guy that was pulled over by a cop, and he just hops out of his car, pulls out an AK-47, and just blasts off.
Right.
And then, you know, empties his magazine, gets back in the car, and drives off.
So you can also get a sense that maybe cops, too, are a little bit on their toes and a little bit nervous about...
Not really. And anyway, they kind of should.
So, I mean, you do have instances like that, so I can understand. I can empathize a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not going to empathize with the brutality. I think we have a big problem with over-militarizing our police. And I think that's part of it.
In a lot of areas, we're coming closer and closer to having a real police state, and people in general, it's a real problem when people in general are fearing their police force more than they feel that they can depend on it.
Right. And, you know, you shouldn't fear your police. You should respect your police, but they should earn that respect by actually protecting the community and serving the community. And it seems like a lot of them don't these days.
Right.
And that's the problem. So, I mean, once again, what do we do? What are the solutions? Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation. And if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.